Yes. Now we will discuss what are the components in the human respiratory system. Yes, look here. This is a human respiratory system. Already last class only we have discussed what are the parts in the human respiratory system. Yes. In which first one is the external nostrils. Look here. Human respiratory system is open outside through the two small holes and apertures. These are called external nostrils. External nostrils. So external nostrils are only opening parts of the human respiratory system. So there are two external nostrils. These external nostrils are internally lined by the small hair-like structures. They are called filters. They are called filters. The external nostrils are internally lined by the small hair-like structures are called filters. You know what are these filters? Filters are preventing the entry of dust particles into the respiratory tract. Filters are preventing the entry of dust particles into the respiratory tract. Yes. So this is about the external nostrils. What is the second part? You will see the nasal cavities. Look here. Inside the nose there is a space and cavity that is called a nasal cavity. This nasal cavity is divided into two cavities, two nasal cavities by one cartilaginous septum. This is called as a nasal septum. Nasal septum. Yes. Nasal septum is the cartilaginous septum dividing the nasal cavity into two nasal cavities. Right nasal cavity, left nasal cavity. Nasal cavity is divided by the a cartilaginous septum is called nasal septum. So there are two nasal cavities, right nasal cavity and left nasal cavity. Look here. These nasal cavities are internally lined by the mucous membrane. Yes, a mucous membrane. It is producing a viscous substance is called mucus. You know what is this mucus? Mucus is keep our nose wet or moist in state. Mucus is keep our nose wet or moist in state. That's why the air is humidified before it is reaching the lungs. Generally, the air present in the surroundings is hot and dry. It contains less amount of moisture and dry. When such a hot and dry air is entering the lungs and leaving from the lungs, then what will happen? Lungs becomes dry. Lungs becomes dry. When the lungs becomes dry, then lungs are not producing the contractions and expansions normally. When the lungs are not producing the contractions and expansions normally, then what will happen? We will get the hiccups. Generally, when we are getting the hiccups, we think somebody recording for us, not recording anybody. Us. Why we are getting this hiccups? When the lungs becomes dry, some people they have the habit of oral breathing, so they can breathe through this mouth oral cavity into the trachea. That's why the dry air is directly reaches the lungs, leaving from the lungs. It is carrying some moisture. Lungs becomes dry. Then we will get the hiccups. Instead of this, if we can breathe through the nasal cavities, the air is humidified in the nasal cavity. Whenever air is passes through the nasal cavity, the moisture in the mucus is adding to the air. Look here, if the air is passes through this nasal cavity, moisture in the mucus is added to the air. That's why air is humidified. So the air is humidified in the nasal cavity. Yes. Let's look here. These two nasal cavities are entering the pharynx through the two small holes. They are called internal nostrils. The two nasal cavities are open into the pharynx through the internal nostrils. Look here. These internal nostrils they have the less inner diameter than the external nostrils. Internal nostrils have the less inner diameter than the external nostrils. Yes, next pharynx. Look here. Pharynx is the common passage of both food and air. Look here. This is the food pipe, esophagus. This is the air pipe of trachea. Food pipe of esophagus. Okay. Look here. At the ladle of the pharynx, there is a one cartilaginous septum. This is called as a epiglottis. Yes, already we have discussed in the first lesson also palatal. A bony plate which is supplying the oral cavity and the nasal cavity. Oral cavity and nasal cavity is called as a palatal. Here the epiglottis, a cartilaginous slit that is present at the ladle of the pharynx. That is called as a epiglottis. You know what is this epiglottis? It is a divert the food into esophagus, air into trachea, air pipe. Yes, look at here. Yes, palatal, nasal cavity, oral cavity. Yes, look here. This is the epiglottis. Suppose if we are inhaling the air, the air is passing through this external nostrils, then nasal cavities, internal nostrils, releases into pharynx. At that time, the air flows through this trachea because epiglottis is open. So this is the swallowing. Yes, this is the breathing. Yes. In the process of breathing, the epiglottis is not covering the trachea or air pipe. That's why air is passing through the nasal cavities, internal nostrils to pharynx to his trachea. Suppose, yes. Let me get next one with the swallowing. Yes. Carefully observe the difference between the swallowing and breathing. Yes. So this is the palatal. This one is the oral cavity, nasal cavity. Yes. Both are bifurcated into two cavities in the liquid. This is the a stomach. This is a trachea. Yes, lungs. Look here. On the top of the, at the lateral of the parenchyma, there is a epiglottis. Suppose if we can swallow the food, bolus, then this epiglottis is covering the trachea. Then the food is swallowed. The food is passes through this esophagus, reaches into the stomach. Yes, you should observe that clearly. If the epiglottis is not covering the trachea, at that time the air is passes into the trachea. This is the breath. Suppose if the epiglottis is completely covering over the trachea, then food is allowed to flows into the esophagus and the stomach. This is the representing that swallowing process. This is representing the breathing process. Okay. The next part in the human digestive system is the epiglottis. Already told you what is the epiglottis. At the lateral of the pharynx there is a cartilaginous slit that is called as a epiglottis. What is the epiglottis? The cartilaginous slit that is present at the lateral of the pharynx is called a epiglottis. You know what is this epiglottis? Epiglottis only diverting the food into esophagus, air into trachea. It is act as a trophic constant. It is allows properly air into trachea, food into esophagus. Suppose if some people are talking with others while having the food, at that time, suppose if we can swallow the food, at that time, this epiglottis is covering the trachea. Then food is passes into the esophagus and the stomach. If we have not swallowed, then what will happen? It is opens over the or moved away from this trachea, then allows the flow of the air. Suppose if some people they will talk with others while having the food, even swallow the food also, then what will happen? Some food particles they will try to enter into the trachea. Then what will happen? Our epiglottis is straight up food grains. Suppose if the epiglottis is straight up food grains will go to either nasal cavities or into the oral cavity. Look here. If we can talk with others while having the food or swallowing the food particles will try to enter into the trachea. At that time, our epiglottis is straight up food grains. Epiglottis is straight up food grains. Then food grains will go to either into the nasal cavities or into the oral cavity. Suppose food will go into the oral cavity, nothing will happen. If the food will go into the nasal cavity, we will get a higher irritation in our nasal cavity. That is called as a choking. Yes. What we call that is choking. Yes. Choking. Yes, why we will get this process, why we will get this condition of choking if we can talk with others while swallowing the food. At that time, this epiglottis is straight the food grains will go into the nasal cavities. Then we will get the higher irritation. That condition is called as a choking. Okay. Next part. The next part in the human respiratory system is the, look here, larynx. Yes. This is the larynx. You know what is the larynx? Look here. This is the larynx. Trachea. Yes. This one is the larynx. Look here. The upper part of trachea is called as a larynx. The upper part of trachea is called as a larynx. It is commonly called as a voice box. It's commonly called as a voice box. Trachea, larynx is commonly called as a voice box. This larynx is consists of two vocal cords. You know what are these vocal cords? Vocal cords are producing the vibrations and producing the sounds. Already you must study in physics also. The vibrating cord is only producing the sounds. So this vocal cords also producing the vibrations and producing the sounds during the expiration or exhalation. We are producing the sounds. We are speaking or talking or producing sounds during the expiration or exhalation. If you want to check this, you can place your fingers or your thumb in front of your mouth while talking or speaking. Then you feel the air is coming out. The air is coming out. Why? The vocal cords are producing the vibrations during the expiration or exhalation. That's why you feel the air is coming out from the mouth while talking or speaking. Even somebody they can spray their saliva also, because we are producing the sounds during the expiration or the exhalation. Look here, the sounds produced by male and female human beings are different. You know why the sounds produced by male and female human beings are different? The size of the vocal cords and the shape of the vocal cords are different between the male and the female human being. In the female human being, vocal cords are small in size. In female human being, vocal cords are small in size. In male, vocal cords are large in size. That's why male human beings are producing the sounds with the low pitch. Yes, low pitch and a high level. Low pitch and a high level. Yes, pitch means just speaking capacity. If the male human beings, even they are talking very loud also, sounds can reach us very less distance, because they are producing the sounds with the high level and low pitch. But if female human being, they are producing the sounds with the high pitch and low level. That's why if one person is speaking in school premises or your house premises also, without seeing that person also, we are able to find that person is the male or female human being. If one person is just shouting it in front of your house or your house premises, you are able to find a certain person, the male or female, by hearing the sounds. Because the sounds produced by male and female human beings are different. Yes? Next, we will discuss about this trachea in the next class. Okay? Thank you.